Hello, pupils. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are keeping safe and you guys are being good children uh, in being good children at home. Okay. Of course, this is Mr. Peter here, and I will be taking you um, on creative arts lesson. Uh, Pending the time we return to school, we'll be using this media to learn. So I'd like you to take away every distraction, get your writing materials, and get ready to learn. Okay? All right. Let's look at the scheme of work for the term. Okay? Make sure you write them down. All right? And the first thing we have on that scheme are types of art. And that is what we will be doing today. Do you get that? So, types of art. That's what we'll be learning today. Are we ready? Okay. Today we are going to learn uh, the types of art. And by the end of the lesson, that means you should be able to mention the types of art, explain the types of art, as well as give examples of the types of art. Okay? So those are the things, the objective of today's lesson. Now, let's go to the topic itself, types of art. There are two main types of arts. Before we proceed, what is art? You were taught in the previous term that art is a creative activity in which we make beautiful objects. Art is a creative activity we use to make beautiful objects, or we use to make things that beautify our environment. And there are two main types of art. One, we have visual art. And two, we have non-visual art. Don't forget, today we are learning the types of art, and they are visual art and non-visual art. Now, when you talk about visual art, which is what we want to dwell on right now, we'll discover that visual art are artworks we can see and touch. Artworks we can see and touch. Okay, now let's look at painting. Can we touch a painting? Yes, when we paint, we can touch them. So they are painting is a visual art. What about drawing? Yes, when we draw, we can touch them. So they are called what? They are also visual art. The art we can see and touch. When we draw, we can touch them. So it is also called a visual art. What about sculpture? Sculpture is also a visual art because we can touch sculpture. How many of us have something like this in our churches and then we can just go there and touch it or, pray and all of that? So fourth is craft. Craft is also an example of visual art because anything we make with our hands, we can see them and we can also touch them. So, visual art are the artworks we can see and touch, and they are number one, let's take it again, painting. I can't hear you. Number one is what? Painting. Number two is what? Drawing. Number three is what? Sculpture. And number four is what? Craftwork. Now, we'll proceed to your classwork. After learning what visual arts are, you're supposed to also learn, you're supposed to be able to answer these questions, okay? So these are the things you should be able to do. You should be able to mention the types of art. So you're going to write that down and submit them, okay? And give 4 examples of visual art like you've been taught. And the art we can see and touch is called what? You need to answer that. So let's quickly run through the class again before you do your class work. We said there are how many types of art? Two. How many types of art? Two. How many types of art? Two. Number one is what? Visual art. Number two is what? Non-visual art. And visual arts are the artworks that we can see and touch. We can see it with our eyes and we can touch them with our hands. We can touch them with our hands. So that is visual art. Examples are painting, examples are drawing, sculpture, and craftwork. These are all examples of visual art. Now you do your classwork. All right. Make sure you attempt this classwork, and when you do that, uh, we you submit them, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care of yourself.